on that wall. Then there's 390 Vietnam vets, supposedly, that pass on each day. Vietnam vets, 390 a day. That's a lot. These veterans earned the trip, they deserve the trip, they deserve the recognition. It is, it's just a huge honor to be a small part of it. We could not have done these things without the community, without the support of the businesses. JBS, from the day one, stepped up and said, you need hamburger, come and get it. We couldn't have done it without the United Veterans Club. We couldn't have done it without folks like Roy's Grand Dodge, Grand Island Independent, McCain Foods, Thompson Company. It's just been a tremendous 5 years, 6 years. We meet every month. We have hamburger feeds every month. It's just great that, again, a small part of this. You know, we don't have much time on the thing, but is there anyone from the crowd that's been on the flight that wants to make a comment? Now would be your time to do it. Go for it.
Clarence Stevens served in the United States Army from...
This is really important, and
Oh, okay.
we record our meetings, and if you're not at the mic, we don't get it here.
No problem. Sorry. Clarence Stevens proudly served from 1965 to 1990. Served in Vietnam in 1968. For me to come home then and have my uniform sped on, which it literally was in this town, to be able to finally have closure for this trip, I thank God for that and for everybody that was part of organizing it. It meant something, because it finally eased the burden that I had. It also just let me be proud again. I've always been proud of my uniform. I always was proud of my service. But after I had my uniform sped on, I never wore it again in public. Because I didn't dare to. So, Don, Bea, Gary, thank you.
No, thank you. Hello, I'm Dan Wagner from Wood River. Served with you one term. So, hello to the board. Thank you for what you've helped do. I want to thank Don and his office, the committees that helped with this. I know I'm not going to start iterating, I'll forget someone. We all thank you for what you've done. We thank the people from the school kids that gave, sold stuff, whatever, the kids that helped serve the feeds, everybody. There's so many people who paid. The trip was enjoyable. There was so much healing. I personally did not go to Nam. My twin brother Dennis did. I could see through him what it meant. I went to Italy. I was treated the same way. People didn't care in 1669 where I served. When I went through the airport, I was spit on, called everything but anything nice or white. I didn't appreciate it then. This tribute and the thank yous we got, the thank yous from the kids in Washington was great. Since we've gotten back, my brother and I gave a talk to the grade school in Wood River. We also did one at Riverside. We're going to do one at the high school. I would maybe like to, not so much challenge, but encourage you guys, some of you, please, this is our story, but it's going to go away with us. Would you please consider sharing this with the school kids so that they know soldiers aren't Rambo. We're not all killing machines. We're there, as I am, their bus driver, maybe their teacher, maybe their minister. We're their neighbor. The soldier isn't what they see on TV and the movies. And I think we need to pass that on. I really encourage you guys to go to your schools and talk to the political science groups, the grade school, they have questions. If their dads and grandfathers won't talk about it like we didn't until now, they'll never know. So I'll just encourage you guys to take a minute and go talk to your school. Show them this slide if you don't have pictures. It tells the story. Thank you. Thank you for all you've done.
You know, this all started because of one individual, seriously. And Willie Scallop, in the back of the room, he called me one day and said, "You want to come to a meeting?" And that was in 2010, in December to be exact, at the Vets Club. That's the first meeting. That was the first place it took shape at. The Grand Island Independent was involved, and a few others. So Willie Scala, I claim to be the grandfather of this venture, and Willie Scala seriously deserves so much credit for having the courage and the guts to step forward and say, Hall County, we can do it, and we continue to do it. So Willie, I seriously and sincerely appreciate it.
I just told him, damn you. What an honor. Who'd have thunk? Thank you.
Well, you should be proud of yourself, Willie. You did it, and you thumped.
No, Don, this group, this community,
You're right,
those
absolutely right.
veterans that were there, the World War II, the Korean, Vietnam, the families, everybody that is supporting this, it's just so honored.
Okay, I know you want to move on to your next item. We do appreciate everyone's involvement in what we've done. Some have stepped up in front of others, but there's no one that's been lagging in helping. Jane and Jeff from Balls have contributed. We've had many folks that have stepped up and give the $1,500 it costs to send a vet on the trip, because that's the actual cost of each person on the trip. But we want to recognize certain people in the community. We've recognized JBS at our feed the other night with a plaque. We recognize McCain Foods, and we need to continue to do that. We need their support, love their support, and we want to recognize one today, a business. And with that, let me steal the box over here from Steve. Okay. Presented to in grateful appreciation of the hard work and dedication for the Hall County Hero Flight program. And on this, we put the Hero Flight emblem even. So it's a clock. It's meant to keep time. Don Smith, would you please step forward?
Just quickly, you know, we do this for the veterans, and so on the part of the independent, you know, it's the least we could do. But I do want to appreciate my staff, and Zach Mayhew is the producer of the video, did an awesome job of telling the story. Pete Leftovy, who has attended the trips and reported from Washington, and Pete had a big hand in pulling together the interviews and making the video happen too, so we can tell the story. Gary's ever humble Gary pretty much single-handedly organized the fantastic welcome home for the veterans, and he would not take credit. Don Shuda for being our fearless leader through all this. We would not have been able to get as far as we have without his leadership. And we thank him. County and of course the Board of Supervisors and fans, all the support that we've gotten, and for giving us time here today to honor these fellows too. We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Watch the latest videos from The Independent. Go to video.theindependent.com.